Before I do this episode, I just want to do a disclaimer that the stuff got destroyed in the basement, which is where I was originally filming, so I had to make the layout in my room. This is still season 2 because I don't want to break my promise of not having 6 episodes in a season. It has to be at least 10. It will be 10 to 15. So this is season 2. Anyway, Thomas the Tank Engine, episode 13, Henry's Log Cars. It was a normal day on the island of Sodor. Spencer, Emily, and Thomas were all resting in the sheds. However, Henry was set off early to do some work in the logging area. Henry was just picking up the last logs that he would be delivering to Elsbridge. Henry was going down the main line, pulling his car. He was going to be taking the logging license. He only needed to be there before sundown. Henry passed the yard. The yard was a huge mess. Stafford just coupled up to Annie and Clarabelle and was prepared to bring him to one of the platforms at Knapford. Stafford said to the trucks, "I'm going to be gone for 1 minute. Now, if you guys do any mischief or rearrange yourselves, there will be a problem, and I will tell Sir Topham Hatt." One of the trucks said, "Okay, sure we won't." And then Ricky started laughing. He was going to put them in one of the platforms, and it would only take about a second. He just shunted them into Knapford and was about to go back to rearranging the trucks and getting them into their proper train things. It was about an hour later, and Henry was approaching Elsbridge Station when he said hi to Whiff. "Nice day we're having," said Henry. "Yes," said Whiff. Henry asked Whiff, "When does your next job start?" "Oh, it starts in about an hour, so I thought I would just be getting some rest before that." "Okay," said Henry, and he puffed off. Henry was approaching the final bend and was about to make it to Elsbridge Station. He made it through a tunnel and backed into it. Henry dropped it off at the platform, uncoupled to the train, and was on his way. On the other side of the island, Thomas was about to couple up to Annie and Clarabelle. The log cars were actually supposed to be delivered to the farm, and Thomas was supposed to do that when we were done pulling his coaches. Thomas was making his normal rounds around his branch line. Whiff was about to set off with some of his recycling cars when Thomas rushed by. Thomas didn't notice that the track was pointed for you to come off of the main line and back into a siding, so he just kept going, and he almost got derailed. Annie and Clarabelle said, "Thomas, what did you just go over?" said Clarabelle. "Did you just run over a dead rabbit?" said Annie. "No, it's fine, guys. There's just a little bump in the switch." Henry was about to go to the sheds and rest. Whiff couldn't wait to finish his job. Since it was the dead of winter and there weren't many passengers, the express was going to be put on hold for today, so Henry didn't have to do anything else. That meant that Spencer could have the day off as well, and Emily didn't have any jobs to do since she finished them all yesterday, so that only left Thomas, Whiff, Stafford, and Diesel working on the island. Whiff's recycling cars were supposed to be delivered to the yard, but Whiff didn't know that the yard was too messy and that he was actually supposed to deliver them. Tomorrow. Thomas was rushing by trying to tell him that, since he knew stuff about the schedule because he was talking with Sir Topham Hatt earlier. "Wait," said Thomas, "wait!" But Whiff didn't hear him and continued on. Thomas was now going very fast, and Annie and Clarabelle did not like it. Whiff heard this and decided to go faster, thinking that he was going too slow. However, luckily for Thomas, Whiff took a wrong turn, and then Thomas was able to come up behind him. As Whiff was about to back up, Thomas wheezed his whistle. "Stop," he said. "Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't notice you there. Can you please move?" "No, you're supposed to be taking those to the yard tomorrow. The yard is a mess right now. I saw it when I was starting to pull Annie and Clarabelle." "Oh, and what am I supposed to do with these?" said Whiff. "You're supposed to leave them where they were in that siding that you picked them up from." "Oh, okay. Wait, so does that mean I have the day off?" "Yes, it does, but tomorrow you'll be working with Toad." "Oh, is Oliver okay with that?" "Probably." But Whiff followed Thomas's instructions and was taking the recycling cars back to the siding where he found them. Thomas did a good deed and was about to drop the passengers off at a new station.